So around a month ago, I got the Platinum Trophy for Call of Duty World at War. I've had a bit of a love-hate relationship with Call of Duty in the most recent years due to the underwhelming entries of Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. However, Black Ops 6 certainly piqued my interest, and then more recently, with the return of Verdansk to Warzone, I have started getting back into Call of Duty. And so with my love for Platinum trophies, I've decided that I'm going to go through and Platinum every single Call of Duty game possible. And so for today's video, we are going to go back to the OG and get the Platinum Trophy in Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. Originally released in 2007 to the PlayStation 3, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare is one of the most genre-defining first-person shooter games. And in my opinion, it is probably the best Call of Duty that there is. Now, the original OG version does not have any trophies as it was released on the PlayStation 3 before trophy support was added. However, in 2017, a remastered version was released and there are a total of 51 trophies for us to get. The Platinum is rated at a 5 out of 10 for difficulty, will take one playthrough and approximately 30 hours to complete. Now, I did stream this entire Platinum over on Twitch, and if you are interested in watching me go for more Platinums, please head on over and follow the Twitch. So all 51 trophies are tied to the campaign, and the very first mission that we have to start with is FNG. Now, this mission is a basic introduction to the game where we get to meet the crew, get to know all of the controls, and then we are given an obstacle course to complete.
You'll have to run the cargo ship solo in less than 60 seconds.
60 seconds is pretty easy, however what the game doesn't tell you is that if you beat it in 19 seconds, you will earn the trophy New Squadron Record.
The door!
Oh, I gotta flash myself, lol. So my first run through didn't exactly go to plan and I ended up getting a total of 45.9 seconds. Now I had my work cut out for me as not only did I need to take around 30 seconds off my time to get the New Squadron Record trophy, I also needed to get the best of the best trophy, which is for beating the Infinity Ward dev's time of 15 seconds. But after a couple of goes, we finally got 16.2 seconds and popped our first trophy.
Used.
Oh, New Squadron Record. Now I did actually just consider moving on and starting my campaign playthrough, but I thought, stuff it, I'm gonna beat this dev and I'm gonna get this time of 15.1 seconds.
Position 4! Hit the targets! Position 5, go! Hit the targets! 6, go! Flashbang through the door! Hit the targets!
Oh my god, we did it!
Go! Sprint to the finish!
We got it. Why is it not popped? Yes, best of the best. Let's go. Now, because we did so well in the combat course, we were recommended to complete the campaign on veteran difficulty. However, we're going to be doing this anyway in order to get the deep and hard trophy. Earn a winged dagger. Our first real mission of the game is Crew Expendable. Now this mission is pretty straightforward. We just have to help Captain Price infiltrate this cargo ship and then steal back a nuclear package. However, before we even finish this mission, we get to pop the next trophy, Desert Storm, and that is for finding the Desert Eagle off of this guy who is about to game end us, and then killing 5 enemies with it. Yeah, there we go, Desert Storm. I only died twice, but we successfully made the jump and then completed the mission. Make the jump. The package. Now the next mission we had to complete was Blackout. Our objective in this mission is to rescue Nikolai and extract him safely. I only died once through this entire level and I was feeling really good about my veteran playthrough. Alright, well we got actually through that like pretty easy. I thought that was going to be way harder than Dancing in the Dark and the rescue. Our next mission was Charlie Don't Surf, and here we need to find the broadcasting location of Al-Assad. Now I have absolutely no idea why, but for some reason in every single Call of Duty campaign, the first few missions are rather easy and lull you into a false sense of security. After this, you are thrown in the deep end and basically the AI seem to have aimbot and a ridiculous amount of power and kill you instantly. Now even though my death count was going up, our trophy count was also going up. I managed to pick up 3 of the miscellaneous trophies in this level without even trying. The first one, 4 of a kind, was for killing 4 enemies in a row with headshots. Yeah, 4 of a kind, I have absolutely no idea what that trophy's for. The second was No Rest for the Weary, which was stabbing an injured, crawling enemy. We died. Yeah, there we go. No Rest for the Weary. And the third one, Daredevil, for killing an enemy while blinded by a flashbang. Yeah. So after 20 deaths, we arrived at Al-Assad's broadcast station. However, it was completely empty and was just playing on a loop. I must have missed one. The search, okay. Our next main mission was the Bog, and our objective in this mission was to rescue a stranded tank crew that was under heavy enemy fire. Now we have 2 missable trophies tied to this mission, and the very first one is Rescue Roysowicz, and as you push through these enemy buildings, you get attacked by a random person on the stairs. Here you need to save Sergeant Roysowicz as you go up the stairs, however bro doesn't even attack him and attacks me instead. Rescue Roysowicz. Our next missable trophy is Feel the Heat, where we need to kill all 4 of these tanks on the overpass using the Javelin. Now for some reason this trophy is considered missable, even though I think it's actually a part of the mission, but we won't complain about getting a free trophy. Yeah, I know the hard ones. Feel the Heat. So after saving the tank and then helping it push forward through enemy lines, we managed to pop our next trophy for completing this mission. Woohoo! Save the bacon. Now our next mission to complete was the Hunted. In this mission, our helicopter has been shot down after we've smuggled Nikolai out, and then we now need to try to navigate our way through the countryside. Now this mission is actually pretty straightforward, except for the final bit where you need to somehow take down this helicopter that instantly kills you. Not only does it instantly kill you, but if you stare at it for more than 3 seconds, it pretty much just shoots you straight in the face and kills you instantly. But after dying 14 times with this stupid helicopter, we finally blew him up and completed the mission to get no trophy. Now our next mission was Death from Above. Now this is without a doubt the easiest mission in the entire campaign, and you just get to sit in an AC-130 and blow up a whole heap of enemies. There is one missable trophy, and this is Straight Flush, where you need to kill 5 enemies with 1 shot while in the AC-130 gunship, but you should get this pretty well in your normal natural playthrough.
Light 'em up. You got 'em.
Straight Flush. Death from Above. And the Escape. Now our next main mission was War Pig. Now your objective in this mission is to basically just protect the tank when enemy reinforcements come in. And this is a great opportunity to earn the Reinforcement Denied trophy for killing at least 3 enemies that are rappelling down a single rope. Yeah, Reinforcement Denied. But after pushing the enemies back and surviving constant waves of reinforcements, our tank advanced and we completed the mission with approximately 18 deaths. There we go, the bomb. Our next main mission is Shock and Awe, and here we are flying into an unnamed capital city to assault Al-Assad's troops. Now at the start of this level is a great opportunity to earn the Explosion Man trophy for killing 20 enemies with explosives in a single level. This is because you start the level in a helicopter with an absolute massive grenade launcher and get to blow a whole heap of enemies up. Now I didn't get this done through the first stages of this level, however I popped this trophy near the end after using my grenades to just kill some regular enemies.
Put some fire on that
Explosion Man. Now generally each level has around 1 or 2 pieces of intel, and we popped the trophy Look Sharp for finding our 15th piece of enemy intel. There we go, Look Sharp. There was one little tricky combat section here around halfway through this level where you had to push this house, and then we also had a little bit of difficulty with the time section at the end of this level, but after a few deaths we got through it and completed the level for our next trophy. The First Horseman. Our next main mission is Safe House, and here we are trying to find intel on Zakhaev. Now I was definitely noticing that the difficulty for the levels was starting to go up, and a few more deaths were creeping into our gameplay. Dude, oh my god. By being the absolute god at Call of Duty like I am, I managed to knuckle down and push on through and get this mission done pretty comfortably. Wrong number. The Second Horseman. And our next mission is probably the most iconic Call of Duty campaign mission in history. Now we need to complete all gillied up on the veteran difficulty in order to get the shot trophy, and we also need to complete it without alerting enemies to get gillies in the mist. And if you can believe it, I managed to sneak through the entire waste field without alerting the enemies on veteran difficulty and earning our next trophy. Gillies in the Mist. Our next main mission was 1 shot 1 kill, and here we had to eliminate Imran Zakhaev. Now this seems pretty easy and straightforward, however I for some reason was shooting at the wrong guy and accidentally shot the right guy. Wow, what the hell? Now, for some reason, we conducted a stealth mission before this, but didn't have a silencer for the Barrett 50 cal, so now the enemies know exactly where we are and are chasing us down. Now, we have 20 minutes to reach the extraction point and are cornered by a helicopter, and then we shoot it down. However, when it crashes, it happens to hit McMillan, and for some reason, bro cannot run. Now we have to carry McMillan on the back of our shoulders here for the rest of the level, which is just an absolute pain in the butt. We got into this room and I needed to put McMillan down in order to clear out all of the enemies, and this wasn't even the hardest part of the level. We put McMillan down at the extraction point, however we have to wait for the helicopter to travel approximately 9,000 meters before it can get to us. I don't know if this is exactly a good spot, but YOLO. And so you just have to survive waves and waves of enemies, and you have basically no cover, and these guys on veteran difficulty have aimbot and kill you instantly. Dude, I didn't get the dog, man. Oh my god. Dude, oh my god. Now I tried changing up position and hiding here in this little tin box, however it honestly didn't make a difference and I just got spammed by grenades and then shot instantly as soon as I re-peeked. Oh my god. Keep this side here like occupied. Dude, how is it? However, after some trial and error and around 10 deaths, we finally were able to pick McMillan's ass up and drag him here to the helicopter and extract. Oh my god, we're in. Thank goodness. Piggyback ride. Yeah, this shot. Yeah. And so our next main mission was Heat. Now this mission was pretty easy in the sense that all we had to do was just slowly retreat and try to fend off against a lot of the enemy forces. However, this mission takes a massive turn here at the end. Basically, after retreating all the way back and then destroying some enemy tanks, we are then told that we have to go all the way back to the start, advance through the enemy forces to get extracted from the area. What makes matters worse is that you only get 4 minutes to retreat all the way back through the entire level. You also get given access to an airstrike, however I feel like this doesn't even do anything and these enemies just kind of infinitely keep spawning if you just do not push up. Now I kept trying to push straight through the middle and just to the left side, however this was proving to be very unsuccessful. Wow, man. Oh my god, man. Like, they just keep spawning. And then I gotta restart all the way back here. Now, things clearly weren't working, so I decided that I needed to change things up. Instead of going straight down the middle, I decided to just go as far right as I could to avoid the main area of fighting and see if I could just run through this level and glitch it. Ah, checkpoint, yes. I hit the first checkpoint here and decided to continue using my tactic of going right, and it was clearly working. And before I knew it, I'd then reached another checkpoint and then had one final push to get down this hill in order to get to the extraction point. But after dying 40 times, I finally made it down the hill and we extracted and completed the mission. Our next mission was the Sins of the Father, and here we had to capture Zakayev's son in order to get the Desperate Measures trophy. Now we just have to chase our boy down through the hood, and this mission is pretty easy and straightforward, and we corner him and then he ends his own life. Desperate Measures.
Us to the rest.
And the third horseman. Now the next trophy we are going to get is the Ultimatum, and that is for completing the mission Ultimatum, All In, and no fighting in the war room on veteran difficulty. Now, Ultimatum and All In are pretty straightforward and you'll probably only get a couple of deaths, but you should get through them pretty comfortably. However, no fighting in the war room has a ridiculous time section where you are just laced by the typical veteran AI bots. But after dying 20 times, we successfully got to the end of the mission and stopped the nuclear missiles from destroying the US. The Ultimatum. Now the very last mission of the game is Game Over, and here we will pop 3 trophies at the end. But basically we are just pursued by all of Zakayev's men, and then we are attacked on the bridge, and then we game end him. No! The fourth horseman. Win the war, deep and hard. Now I finished the entire campaign with 221 deaths and I was feeling pretty good about myself, and then we hit the level Mile High Club. Now we have to complete this level on veteran difficulty to get the trophy, you guessed it, Mile High Club. Now this is arguably the hardest ever level that you will have to complete in a Call of Duty campaign. You have exactly 1 minute to clear through 5 rooms on this plane and save a hostage before ejecting out of the plane. Now I wish I could say that this went smoothly, however we spent around 2 hours and died 300 times before finally completing this level. Now this was easily one of the most rage-inducing things I've ever done, and I can't remember the last time I was this angry at a video game. Dude, what? Excuse me? How are they both? What the fuck? Jesus. Oh, I could snap this controller on the bed, man. Like, oh my god. I'm stuck. I'm fucking oh my god, man. But after some perseverance, I finally had a good run and I decided to just go for it.
Tango down. Move. Now would you fire up here? We're looking for a civilian. Target.
Oh. Oh shit. Where do we exit the plane? Oh, here? I don't think I've ever been happier to see a trophy pop, and honestly, thank God I'll never have to do that ever again. Mile High Club, oh my god, yes. So with the campaign finished, I had earned a total of 36 trophies and we had 14 left to clean up in order to get our platinum. So our first objective was to replay the mission Crew Expendable and earn the 3 trophies Retro Shooter, 3 of a Kind and Master Ninja. Now you can stack all 3 of these trophies together, as you just have to go through and use your knife only in this level and you will get these 3 trophies. Yeah, there we go, 3 of a Kind. Retro Shooter. Perfect. Master Ninja. I then went back to the level Charlie Don't Surf to clean up the Roadkill trophy for killing 2 enemies by blowing up a car, and then for getting the Your Show Sucks trophy, which is for destroying all the TV showing Al-Assad's speech in this level. Okay, surely that got me my Roadkill. Oh no, I don't. Oh yeah, there we go. Roadkill. The TVs are pretty hard to miss, but you do need to replay through the entire level in order to get this done.
I got something better anyway.
Thank God, we did miss one. Next, we returned to the mission Hunted in order to get the trophy I missed called Man of the People for saving the farmer at the start of the level. Alright, that should pop that for us. There we go, Man of the People. I then returned to All Gillied Up to clean up the Dogs I Hate Dogs trophy and the Man vs. Machine. So for the Dogs I Hate Dogs trophy, you need to kill 20 attack dogs with a knife, and here at the start of All Gillied Up is a great place to farm them.
Midnight.
Yeah, there we go, Dogs. I hate dogs. And then for Man vs. Machine, we had to alert the enemy helicopter that flies over us and then shoot it down out of the sky. Yes, Man vs. Machine. I then returned to the one shot, one kill level in order to complete the Time Paradox trophy, where you need to kill Makarov at the start of the mission, and also the Eyes and Ears Platinum for finding 30 enemy intel items.
Blew off his arm. Short will take care of the rest.
There we go. Yeah, there we go. Time Paradox. There we go. Alright, there we go. Eyes and Ears. I then returned to the mission Heat, where we stacked the 3 trophies Fly Swatter, the Man in the High Tower, and Bird on the Ground. At the start of the level, you just have to run up to the top of the church tower, and there are a whole heap of RPGs sitting there, and you have to shoot them all down here on the enemies at the start, and you will pop your trophy. Yeah, the Man in the High Tower. For the next 2 trophies, as you are retreating from the church, you then need to hop onto this machine gun and then shoot the 5 helicopters out of the sky that are approaching you. After taking out those 5 helicopters, you then need to retreat to the barn, and here you need to take out these 3 helicopters with an RPG, which will then pop you your next 2 trophies. No way, that one. Oh yeah, I did get it. Oh my god. Yeah, Bird on the Ground. Yeah, Fly Swatter. Cool. And so the last trophy that I had left was the Weapon Master, which was for getting a kill with each type of handheld gun, explosive and launcher in the single player campaign. Now the last gun that I missed was here in the game over mission on the bridge, and it was the M60AE. After mowing down a few of the enemies on the bridge, we popped our last trophy and the plat. There we go, Weapon Master, and just another day at the office. So I got the Platinum Trophy with a total of 519 deaths, which was around 40 less than the World at War campaign, and I'd like to thank all of you guys for tuning in to this Platinum Trophy video. As always, if you could please leave a like and comment down below, and then let me know which COD you'd like me to Platinum next. I'll see you guys all in the next one.